Welcome back to my channel, guys. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Retrobit Go Retro Portable. So if you remember one of my older videos, I did get a chance to play with one of these, an early, pre-production model, prototype model. I thought it was pretty neat. And I know there's a market for these kind of things, so figured why not take a look at the full final retail version. So I remember looking at images and game lists and different things with this over time, and it seems like, it's changed a little bit here and there. Now it says it's got 260 plus games. At other points, the packaging had showed 250 or 300, something like that, and then a few other companies involved with licensing for the games, and some of that seems to have changed. But from the looks of it, we do have some interesting stuff on here, so definitely excited to see how this works, how the buttons feel, how everything plays. But we got Tetris. Looks like a different version of Tetris. I believe most of the games on here are going to be like 8-bit NES games and some other stuff, but the Tetris here is not the NES version of Tetris, so that may be a newer version. We'll have to check it out. But we got Mega Man 2, Burger Time, and more. You can flip open the lid here and see we have a bunch of games listed on the side here. Mega Man 2, Burger Time, Strider, Ghosts and Goblins, Gunsmoke. Oh, Mega Man 3, Mighty Final Fight. That's a great one. I wish Retrobit would release a cartridge for the NES for that. That would be dope for sure. Bionic Commando, 1943. And there's a little window where you can see the unit if you find this in stores and want to take a peek at it first. Pretty cool. Bottom of the box, ages 10 and plus. Official Tetris product. On the side of the box here, we do have 10 hours, up to 10 hours of non-stop gameplay. Packed with over 260 games. Powered by 4 AAA batteries. I do not believe those are included, unfortunately. But you can also power this by micro USB cables, so that is good. The screen is a 2.8 inch high resolution screen. Pretty cool. The back of the box here, we have different genres that are represented: education, puzzle, shooting, sports, card games, adventure, RPG. RPGs are on here? What? Racing, brawlers, and action. Packed with over 260 titles, repeats some of the information here, includes Capcom and Data East titles. So I remember earlier revisions had listed like Irem and Jalico, so I'm guessing those are not part of this anymore. But hey, as long as there's some sweet games on here, it might be pretty cool. So definitely worth checking out. There's the other side of the box, some of their social media information there at Retrobit Gaming. So let's go ahead and open this up. I already removed the seal just so we can get in there a little easier. We do get a little manual. Kind of looks like a Space Invaders style look there. See if there's nothing in there. Just a little support cardboard. And there, is the actual unit. The buttons don't feel too bad. The D-pad, I felt worse. Definitely, I think the buttons feel better than the D-pad, but we'll have to play it and see. The D-pad doesn't feel awful, but doesn't feel great either at the same time. And then your mushy select and start buttons seem fine, and then a reset button. We do have a single speaker there. It looks like there's a speaker grill on both sides, but this is solid. Speaker is on that side. Volume control right there. We do have a little power indicator light, and then our on-off switch on this side. And then on the bottom here, we do have a headphone jack, our micro USB for power, and then AV out. So you can plug this into a TV if you so choose. Kind of interesting. I don't think I would ever do that, not with the handheld like this. Here's our battery door. 4 AAA batteries, not included. So this device is going for, you know, anywhere between 30 to 40 bucks. I've seen some places listed at 40, some for 35. You know, so if you're looking for this, you might want to try to look out for the best deal possible. Let's take a look at the manual. Great. Like, you know, a lot of times they'll just have the little fold-out manuals that are almost like mini posters. I prefer to have a little booklet, but they just go over some important stuff. Game menu navigation. Gives you some screenshots there of what it looks like, what all the buttons and ports do. All your basic information. Oh, and they tell you how to play Tetris. Great. And some warnings about if you have seizures. So if you have seizures, you may want to read that before you play this game. Go Retro Portable tips and tricks. Wow, okay, so they got some codes in here. That's a nice little touch. So there we go. Nice little manual. I like when they include stuff, you know, something like that, like a manual, not a little fold-out thing. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and peel this off and see what this, ooh. Is there another layer on there? When I peeled it up, I think this is another screen protector on there. Yeah, okay. So this was just kind of like for display purposes. And then there is another screen protector on there, which you could probably just leave, but I scratched it, so... I mean, if you leave it on there, it'll protect your screen a little longer. And it didn't look horrible, so... right now, the weight of this thing, it's fairly light. Fairly light. But you guys know what we like to do. We like to weigh things on occasion, so... Let's go ahead and get the scale on. We're at 4 ounces, so this little fella weighs 4 ounces. You know, it is what it is. Definitely will weigh more once you put batteries in it, but we are not putting batteries in it because I don't have any AAAs. So let's go ahead and plug in I have like an external battery pack right here. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Oh, wow. That speaker is booming. Okay, guys, so on the main screen, we do have a couple options, featured games and extra games. The extra games are just going to be all that fluff, all that extra non-licensed stuff, and I'm really not even going to bother with any of that. I think most of the people in my community who would be interested in a product like this would be more interested in what the licensed games are. So those are in the featured games list, and there are 37 of them. So let's quickly go through the list. We got 8 Eyes, 1942, 1943, Bad Dudes, Bad Street Brawlers, Bionic Commando, Buggy Popper, Burger Time, Codename Viper, Commando, Dark Lord, what? Dash Galaxy, Exed Exus, I don't know if I'm saying that right, never could tell if I'm saying it right, Ghosts and Goblins, Gunsmoke, Higamaru, Legendary Wings, Mega Man 2 and 3, no Mega Man 1, what? Mighty Final Fight, really awesome game, very expensive for the NES. Retrobit, if you are watching, make a special limited edition cartridge of that because you guys do awesome, especially with that Holy Diver and R-Type collection. Sweet cartridges for a reasonable price. See if you guys can get Mighty Final Fight. That would be dope. Motor City, Mutant Virus, Nightshade, Noah's Ark, Power Punch, Pyramids of Ra, Rescue Mission, Section Z, Side Pocket, Sun, Street Fighter 2010, Strider, Target Renegade, Tetris, Thunderbolt 2, Treasure Master, and Trojan. Let's check out this different version of Tetris because it is not the NES version. Copyright Tetris Holdings, 2018, designed by Axelway. What? Okay. Handicap, Ghost, music. You get some options before you play. Okay. Oh, why is it going fast? Well, it's Tetris, guys. Feels, I don't know, the blocks kind of move a little floaty, but I mean, it's Tetris. I would have preferred the, one of the NES versions of Tetris, but hey, at least there's Tetris on here for people who enjoy it. Seems to play fairly well. Yeah, it's Tetris, guys. Not that interesting to me, but hey, it's Tetris. So once you hit reset, go back to the games, it goes over pretty quickly. Let's check out Mighty Final Fight. Let's get that volume up. Wow. Like, I'm glad that speaker's pretty loud, but you do have a headphone jack as well, so... And I'm sure that's coming through pretty decently loud because my microphone's a few feet away from this, but this thing is loud, so... Man. See how these buttons respond. I mean, Tetris, I couldn't really get a good feel. A and B button feel fine. The turbo buttons, I mean, if you want to use them, I'm not a turbo button fan, so not something I would actually use. The display looks pretty good. I'm not seeing any issues with it. Pretty clear, very bright. The D-pad surprisingly actually responds very well. It's got that little pivot going on. Yeah, it feels pretty good. All right, we'll have to play some more of that later. Let me test a game that I know is gonna really give the D-pad some work. 1943. Oh yeah. D-pad feels really good. The buttons respond very well. No complaints there. Yeah, so far as the controls go, the screen, I've no complaints. Don't really have time to test every single game here, but definitely things are looking pretty good. If you're in the market for something like this, I know a lot of people who watch my channel, they're going to be curious. Can you add games to this? And unfortunately, the answer is no. That's not what it's meant for. All the games are just flashed to the chip on the system, and bam, you're stuck with what you get. My thing is I'm not looking at it that has 260 plus games, but I'm a different type of gamer that this isn't necessarily meant for. So for me, it's just about those officially licensed games. And I think there's a pretty good selection there. I would buy something like this for my kids to play in the car. And, the little extra games that are on here are definitely something that's kind of a bonus for them. They would definitely mess with stuff like that. Not me, though. I don't care. I mean, just being honest, like, this is the kind of stuff I would mess with if I was, stuck sitting in a car or chilling somewhere and just wanted to play a game. I'm sure this thing could probably be, retrofitted for a Pi Zero W or something like that. I don't know if we can reuse the screen, but if you guys are really interested, smash that like button, drop a comment down below. Let me know if you want me to open this bad boy up and see if we can modify it. But as it is, I just wanted to kind of review this product, what it is out of the box, and so far I'm pretty pleased. I think the included games are pretty cool. The extra fluff games, don't care, just being honest. Not much of anything, that I would be interested in, I think. You could just go through this hundreds of games that, I mean, I'm sure from the little picture or the name, it's pretty basic stuff. You'll get a good idea on that. I've played a couple of these, and yeah, some of them look good but don't play well. Some of them are alright, but I just don't care because they're not licensed games, so I don't really spend that much time with those. So I really do appreciate you guys stopping in. These should be available everywhere pretty soon here. You know, from what I'm hearing, a lot of people are saying they're available at Targets already. They should be at Best Buys pretty soon, Bed Bath & Beyond's. I'm not sure if they're going to be available on Amazon or not, but I'll peep that out. So, hey, really do appreciate you guys stopping and watching my video, hanging out with me for a moment here. Smash that like button, subscribe, make love to that notification bell, because if you don't love that notification bell, you won't be notified of my videos, and that's pretty sad, you know what I'm saying? Also, I am giving away a PlayStation Classic. We're doing that through Twitter, so follow me on Twitter. I do have a pinned tweet with more information on how to enter that, so definitely peep it out over there if you want to be entered for a PlayStation Classic giveaway. So thank you guys, I appreciate it, and with that said, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out, bye-bye, and boom!